Important message before we start today's video. The other day we had Firestarter on the website. I mentioned it in a video and we sold out pretty quick, and a lot of you let us know that. It is available again, including the 4-pound bags. Link in the description, pin comment as well. Enjoy the video. Welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. I'm on my way to the cabin today. Matter of fact, I'm just about to pull in. I had to stop at the quarry and pick up a load of Crusher Run. I'll explain why in just a bit. But it's pretty wet down here. I talked to the guy up at the quarry, and he said it rained the last 3 days. I don't think it's going to hurt me though. What I need to get done, we need to do some running around, pick up some more materials, and we need to get ready for this shower house. That's going to be coming quick. We have a lot to do before the weather gets real bad. It's already down to about 52 degrees here this morning, and winter is coming quick. There are deer everywhere down here. I pulled in, I could see some running that way, some running that way. A couple of them, they're right back there behind the cabin about 50 feet. They don't seem to care too much. 2 more deer. They're surrounding me. But anyway, what I need to do is this. I need to get going on this shower house. It's going to sit somewheres right in here. And it's 10 by 12. It's not real big, but we're going to have a 16 by 16 concrete pad that it's going to sit on. Now, before we pour the concrete, we need to rough in the plumbing. And sometime here in the near future, Plumber Jim is going to come down with me, and we'll get that taken care of. We'll have a sewer line and a water line. The water line will go to a cistern tank. The sewer line will go to the septic tank. So before we get that done, I want to put a couple forms in here, get that set to where it needs to be, and then we can pull, string lines, and we'll know where we're at. This needs to come up just a little bit. There's no sense doing that now, though, until we get the lines in the ground. And I got a load of Crusher Run that I'll use to backfill the sewer line and the water line. That's just cheap insurance. Matter of fact, this load down here was 47 bucks. If it was that cheap at home, I'd be there every day. It's literally double that where I live. So once we get the sewer line and the water line in, I can bring this up to grade. It needs to come up a couple inches. I'll get a load of clean, like 2-inch rock for that. Bring my plate compactor down and get it all ready for concrete. I'm going to back up just a little bit with this load. I'm not going to need all of that for backfill. What's left we'll use for the parking area headed over to the shower house. This Mort's dump trailer, I'm telling you, I put some miles on this and hauled some loads with this thing. Firewood, topsoil, stone, and more stone, and gravel. You always make sure your doors are locked. I remember when I bought this, he told me over there, he must have told me 5 times, because a lot of people forget to do that. And when you start dumping, the door will swing open like this, and as you lift the bed up, it will bend that all up. I've never done that. All right, we need to head to town now and get some 2x4s, a couple other things, and I need to stop at Garrett Equipment Rental. I'm gonna see about a little excavator for when we come down here and dig those lines. We're not gonna have to be real deep. You could almost do it by hand, but that water line's gonna have to be deeper. And you just don't know what you're gonna get into here, you know? You might hit some big goonies or something. I won't need like a 57 or anything like that. Just a small one. When it comes to getting anything done down here, half the battle is getting everything that you need here, along with making sure you don't forget anything from home that you're gonna need. That's the challenge. It's not like we're in the middle of nowhere, but you know, just to go get some 2x4s, I'm looking at an hour basically. I could have gotten them on the way down, but I need to run over to town anyway, so I figured I'd get them when I'm down here. We're gonna head over to Oakland, Maryland. There's a Lowe's on 219 over there. It's not that far away. Our property's only about half, 3/4 of a mile probably from the Maryland line. But I've been noticing when I was down here, the leaves are changing a little quicker down here than they are at home. Although we're, you know, about 2.5 hours south, it's the higher elevation down here. But it's gonna get real pretty here in another week or two, maybe sooner. All right, we're pulling into Lowe's. Once we get what we need here, we're gonna run up to Garrett Equipment Rental. It's right up the road there, about a 1/4 mile. The cabin, as the crow flies, is probably only about 10 miles that direction. It's not that far. But you kind of have to drive around to get over here. All right, got my 2x4s, and I'm trying to get to Garrett Equipment Rental, but I can't turn left here. Looks like there was an entrance down at the other end that I missed. I'll go down here and turn around. I actually picked up some form pins as well. Tom from Concrete with the Hosses will be mad that I bought them, because he'd say just come over and get them. But I actually need some of my own for some other things, so I bought some. These guys are a Western snowplow dealer as well. All right, got all lined up here at Garrett, but check out that lift right there. It's a nifty lift. They just got that not too long ago. $120,000. But when you need it, you need it. All right, back at the cabin. I better get busy. Every time I come down here, I do this. When it's dry, they come right off. Not so much when it's wet. So what we're going to do, this window is going to come out, and there's going to be a small hallway. Comes out about 4 feet. to the shower house. Now the door on the shower house is offset. I only need about 16 inches on this side, but the pad is going to be 6 feet wider than the shower house. In other words, the shower house is going to be 10 feet wide, pad's going to be 16 feet wide, so we'll have some concrete around both sides. So with that being said, edge of our pad is going to be somewheres right in there. And the other side going to be right here. All right, I got both these forms in and they're squared up. My diagonal is 22 7.5. I'm about 22 7 5/8. I can tap that over just a bit. Both of these go down a little bit more, but not a whole lot. I'm going to set my laser up and get them where they're supposed to be. But I am going to have probably 6, maybe 8 inches of fill that goes in that one spot right there. I can use a little bit of that big rock, and then I can use that stuff on the other side, and then one load of clean 2-inch rock and a plate compactor. It'll be pretty good. I'd rather it be low than high, you know what I'm saying? I also know when you're getting these forms close, leave them high. You don't want to have to try to pull them back up. You can always tap them down, but it's much more difficult to pull them up. So I'm going to get the laser out now. I'll shoot the concrete slab over here, both ends, tap them down to where they need to be, and put 3 or 4 more form pins on each side, and we should be good. See how good we did the first time. Well, that pad's level, so we want to make sure this one is as well. Needs to go down, that's good. Yeah, this one only needs to go down about an inch, inch and a half. And this one here, yeah, about 2 inches. All right, so the forms are at the right elevation. I'm not putting that one in over there because that's where we're going to be digging. Plus, when I bring stone in and the plate compactor to bring this up to grade, I want that end open. So we'll put that one in last. I got one small problem. I was going to put more pins in along here, but the whole back seat of my truck and the floor is filled with tools and supplies, and 90% of which I don't need. But the one thing I do need, a string line, I don't have one with me. And that's okay. As long as the elevation's good, I can bring the string line next time, run it down here and make sure these forms aren't going like this. But yeah, I think we're good to rough in the plumbing. All right, now we're gonna hook back up to the trailer, head back to the quarry, and we'll get a load of 2-inch clean rock. That way I'll have everything I need down here. I won't have to bring the dump trailer back down. Next time I come down, I'll bring the LX on the deck over. I'll have that little Kubota KX33 to dig all the lines. I'm just kind of thinking out loud, but yeah, I'll have everything I need. All right, just got back to the cabin. I saw 3 more deer over there when I came in. Got my stone dumped, but boy, that loader up there is huge. Just a corner of the bucket, and he has scales in the loader, but that's 4 1/4 tons right there. So I got 3 different types of rock here. I'm all set. I am ready for Plumber Jim. So you'll be seeing that sometime here in the near future. But yeah, this should work out good. I can burn up some of that big rock out in here, just a little bit inside, but the rest is going to be the 2-inch rock. Got this stuff to bed all the pipe. We should be good to go. But over the next 3 or 4 weeks, we're going to be real busy down here with Plumber Jim. Get this pad poured. I got to talk to Tom from Concrete with the Hosses on it. Shower house. I have an electrician lined up. My buddy Tim, his son-in-law, is an electrician. We're going to come down here middle of October and get this wired. Then we'll get insulation. I've got the wood stove ordered. That's what I need to get done. I need to get the wood stove in, wired, and insulation, and I'm good to go at that point. You could come down here and get snowed in and at least be warm, But it is cold today. I'm telling you, I don't think it got to 55 degrees. I should have brought a hoodie with me, but winter's coming. All right, I think I'm all finished up down here. Next stop, we're going to go to Bass Pro on the way home because I got to get a hunting license. Archery season starts down here, I believe, this weekend. So I'm going to do some hunting, and then you'll have rifle season, which is the Monday before Thanksgiving. We'll have to see how it goes. I'm definitely going to do some hunting down here. I mentioned before, I really don't, I don't get too excited. I just like, it's a good reason to sit in a tree. You know what I'm saying? But with all the deer I've been seeing around this cabin, that may be the best spot right there. I don't know.